Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors and sponsored by Paychex, one of the leading providers of HR, payroll, retirement, and software solutions for businesses of all sizes. My name is Steve Boese. Starbucks threatens to fire workers over the return-to-office mandate. Starbucks is telling its corporate staff they could be fired if they don't come to work at the office 3 days a week. Starting in January, Starbucks will implement a standardized process to hold workers accountable if they don't comply with the coffee chain's return-to-office policy, according to a memo sent to one of the company's divisions, and that was seen by Bloomberg News. Consequences are up to and including separation, the email said. This message marks an escalation in enforcement of the company's hybrid work rules less than 2 months since Brian Niccol took over as the CEO. He told employees last month that they should work wherever they need to in order to get their jobs done, but he thought that place was usually the office. Starbucks said its expectations for hybrid workers hadn't changed, and that vacation, sick time, and business travel are excluded from the calculation. Workers can request an exemption from the mandate due to physical, mental, sensory impairment, or any other disability, the company said. And the policy applies to about 3,500 corporate employees. Most of the company's workers are employed at its store locations. Starbucks is the latest company to shift from incentives to coercion in the ongoing return-to-office battle that has been playing out at workplaces. Last month, Amazon.com Chief Executive Officer Andy Jassy surprised employees with a memo, ordering them to start reporting to their desks 5 days a week beginning in January. The company currently lets many of them work from home 2 days per week. And earlier this year, Dell Technologies told workers who chose to remain remote they wouldn't be eligible for promotions, and Wall Street banks have also warned that working from home could jeopardize employees' career prospects. Still, offices in the biggest U.S. cities remain half empty compared to pre-pandemic levels, according to office security firm Castle Systems. At the same time, some firms have realized that a return-to-office mandate can serve as layoffs in disguise. In a survey from Bamboo HR, 1 in 4 executives admitted they hope for some voluntary turnover in the wake of a return-to-office push. Research has shown, though, that the workers who quit due to these policies are often the more experienced staffers that companies can least afford to lose. And early last year, when Starbucks tried to enforce its hybrid work mandate, dozens of corporate workers signed an open letter pushing back against the policy. And new CEO Niccol's own work arrangement, which allows him to live in California and travel 1,000 miles to Seattle on the company's corporate jet, sparked backlash from some workers and outside critics. Starbucks has said that Niccol will spend most of his time in Seattle or visiting stores. Several staffers had said they didn't care where the CEO was based if he didn't crack down on in-office requirements. As the remote versus hybrid versus in-person work debates and battles rage on, it continues to be clear that most workers will fight to preserve the flexibility of remote and hybrid work arrangements. How far CEOs are willing to push these workers remains an open question, as does the value of alienated workers for the sake of returning to old ways of working that so far can't be shown to have a material impact on firm results. We will continue to follow this topic and all the other important topics and trends in the world of work here on the HR Happy Hour Media Network. That's it for the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors.